to the class. Hey, look at who's she was just asking about you. Hi, Lisa. Okay, we're gonna get started now. Hello, good morning, everyone, and let us let me let people in as oh, that's already in. Okay, let's start with our legendary gal Maria, right?
Yes, yes.
Maria, from Legendary Escrow. Come on in, and you can just say hello to everyone.
Hi everyone. I'm Maria. I'm from Legendary Escrow. I'm Stacy Leonard's team. Just want to say hi, and you guys are always welcome to visit us, email us, whatever you guys need. Any questions, we are here for you guys. So have a great morning. Good luck out there, and see you guys next time.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Let's get the people in the waiting room in. Admit everyone. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, did I already hit share? No, I did not. Share screen. Share screen. In here. Oops, not that screen. Yes, we were rocking out with you guys. Good morning. Good morning to both of you. And let me minimize here. Okay, so I will get started here. And we just had Legendary here. And I want to say welcome. I saw Jenny, you popped in. The Fisher team has joined us. Jenny was an agent, or is still an agent, but she was located in our Yorba Linda office, and she just transferred here to our Indian Wells office. Her husband Bill is licensed and is also joining our office. So welcome to Jenny and Bill. We're glad you're here. Imelda, where's Imelda? Oh, Imelda's working, so we'll get her update in just a few. So let's move on. I want to say congratulations to the July listing agents. You know, our goal was 30 and we hit it right on the nose. So congratulations to the listing agents. I love it. Good job. That's not an easy thing in today's market with listings actually worth gold. So thank you, March Real Estate Group, Josie Thomas, Michael Charles, Gary Morlock, Ann Stark, Lourdes, Ann again, Salvador, Angie Torres, Lupe and Doris, Alonso, Michael Burnell, Wasserman team, Patrick Lane, Michael Charles, Mike Elledge, Wasserman again, Eileen Stuber, Donna Ambrose, Wasserman team, Tom Hurd, way to go, Tom. Debbie Bellman, George Lopez team, Donna Ambrose, Tom again, Angie Torres, Christine Hernandez, Josie Thomas, and Meredith Betancourt. Thank you all. I know how hard it is to get out there and do this, and you are rocking it. So thank you so very much. On to the escrow side. Look at that. Our goal was 26 escrows. We got 39 in for 17.7 million in sales. So congratulations for the month. May they all just close quietly and peacefully and get things done. There's Imelda. Hi, Imelda. You want to say hi to the team?
Hello. I believe Chris Weir is going to be here on the 30th of this month, so I'm going to have some slots available if anybody is interested.
31st?
The 31st.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's here from 1 to 4:30.
1 to 4:30.
1 to 4:30. Chris Weed is going to be in our office. So if you need some BAC time or you want to get your website up and running or get it more advanced to your liking, make sure you reach out to Imelda and schedule some time so that you can come in and get your stuff that you need. So congratulations to everybody. Oh, Melissa just entered. So good morning, Melissa. Melissa Duran. Okay, she might be on mute. We'll come back to you, Melissa. We're going to talk today about a couple things. One, where are you go? What are you going to do to generate business? And number two, when you get that listing, what do you do? Because you know today's world, if you've just recently entered the real estate arena, I want you to know this is not normal. Okay, putting a home on the market and selling it in 5 minutes is not the norm, and it's not going to continue to be that way. In fact, we're already starting to see the market change again. Not dramatically yet, but we are seeing buyers kind of dig their heels in a little bit. They're tired of, making multiple offers. They're tired of paying overpriced for their homes. They're tired of limited inventory. So they're really just backing down now and saying, I'm just going to wait until there's more inventory. I'm going to wait till the fall. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And so now sellers though haven't gotten this information, and they still want $100,000 more than what their home is actually worth, because they think that's the market. And in some areas, maybe, but in a lot of areas now, we're seeing that things are actually staying on the market for more than 5 minutes. So that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I want you to know, in a normal market, your listing might be on the market for 30, 60, 90 days before you get an offer. And there's some things that you're going to have to do. And I want you to understand these things so that your business, you just start building a really solid business with a good foundation. But number one, it's all going to start with your VAC. If you've not logged into the VAC, and I can tell, I've got a whole report that tells me who's logging in, who's working on it, how many contacts are in there. So we can kind of predict what future business is going to be, because remember, when all things are said and done, it's all about the numbers. It's all about how many contacts are we making. So it helps us put things in place for you later. So if you've not logged into the VAC, and you might be a little embarrassed and you might say, gosh, I don't even know my login information. Call me, text me, email me. I am more than happy to help you get that login information, get you in, and get you moving forward. Imelda and I are both here to help you with that. So please don't hesitate. Please don't think, oh gosh, I should be knowing this. Don't worry about it. Today's a new day. Let's just move forward and get your business rolling. So we're going to talk about how we're using it to generate business. And there's some passive activities and active activities you can be doing on a daily basis. But the passive activities, there we go. The passive activities are, of course, setting up your CRM and getting your drip systems in place. That is basic first step. Get your farms ordered. Get your neighborhood reports assigned. Assign your neighborhood reports to your farms. So you're going to get your farms from your title rep. You're going to get your email addresses. If you don't know how to upload it, you're going to get with me, Imelda, Chris Weeder, Melissa Duran can even help you, I believe. But they'll help you get your spreadsheets uploaded into the CRM, and then set the group, and then we can assign the neighborhood reports. I'm telling you, agent after agent is coming to me saying, I am getting these listings as a direct result of these neighborhood reports. So if you don't have that in place, you're missing the very first basic step, okay? You're not going to get everybody's email either. So look and see how many emails you have, how many people are not getting those reports, because you can't ignore those people either. So you may want to mail out a postcard once a month to your farm promoting the neighborhood report, so they can opt in and say, hey, add me to your list, and they'll give you their email. So now the goal is to keep getting the client's email so that they're getting the information that they need. An AdWords campaign to your farms and your sphere of influence is always an excellent thing to do. As long as you're sending them a neighborhood report, then once a month they're seeing the postcard come in. Now you start tracking that farm with an AdWords campaign, and they're seeing you at Amazon. They're seeing you at CNN or Fox or the Wall Street Journal or wherever sites that you frequent. They're going to see your ad. So that's really important to have that in place, because what's happening now, you are top of mind. And when it comes to getting listings, it's critical that you be top of mind always. So those are passive activities you can be doing on a daily basis, but that does not equal actual conversations. Before we move on, I just want you to see, this is our office report. We currently right now have 59,362 contacts in our Indian Wells CRM. That's awesome, guys. That's a good start. Let's triple that. Let's absolutely triple that. Because imagine what's happening here. I want you to see the big picture. The big picture is here's our office in Indian Wells. I want every development in this area, in Palm Desert, in La Quinta. Wouldn't it be awesome that they see how many thousands of neighborhood reports going out from Berkshire Hathaway, Indian Wells, you specifically? Do you not see how this could make market share very, very quickly? So your signs will be out, your face will be everywhere, and I think that's just critical in building that snowball effect to really plow through and take market share out here. So that's the goal, is to just triple that number. Let's talk about some active activities. So I've had agents come to me saying, Gina, I've got my contacts in, I've got the neighborhood reports going, I'm doing all these things, and my phone is not ringing. So now what do I do? And the answer is, how many daily conversations are you having? And that's what you have to ask yourself. You have got to be getting on the phone. You've got to be getting in front of people. Well, I'm not a phone person. I don't want to make phone calls. Okay, then are you a door knocking person? Heck no, I'm not going to door knock. Okay, so you're not going to call, you're not going to door knock. What are you going to do to get in front of people? And there's ideas, but your goal should be, I will have X number, and I don't care what that number is. Set yourself a goal. Maybe it's two. Maybe you're so super busy you don't have time to make more than two calls and it might be more than two calls because not everyone answers their phone, right? So, but you make the phone calls until you have two relevant daily conversations. Now, what does that mean? What is a relevant conversation, right? What is it? Go ahead, jump in. A relevant conversation, here, I'll help you guys. Something that has to do about real estate, right? If you're calling up your buddy and saying, hey, you want to have lunch? Great, I'll see you at Beer Hunter. Hang up the phone. That is not a relevant conversation. That is not, I mean, it might get you a listing if you have a relevant conversation at the Beer Hunter, but that telephone conversation is not relevant. So you pick up the phone, you chat with whoever it is you're calling, and then you ask about real estate. Hey, have you thought of it? Or do you know of somebody? Or have you seen what the market's doing? Do you know what the equity is in your home? Hey, if you ever want to see just that number, let me know. I'll send it to you. There's no strings attached. So whatever it is, but have that conversation, a relevant conversation every single day. And if you're having two a day and it's not enough, double it to four. It's all about eyeball to eyeball, talking to people. When everything's said and done, and oh my gosh, some people get so wrapped up in technology thinking this is going to save the day. Technology is one tiny piece of this business. It is designed solely to get your name out there, but unless you're having these daily conversations with people, it's not going to happen. So how else can you do it? You can host an event, webinar, workshop, seminar. You may wish to team with your lender and hold an event to talk about today's market. As things open up, there's more people that's going to be out there. Of course, open houses are a super great way. And I know some agents are jumping out and doing them during the day, during the Monday through Friday workday. They're not just reserving them for the weekend because, again, people are just now leaving their house. So it doesn't matter what day it is right now. Target with people who have engaged with you or your website. You can see when you go into your CRM on the VAC, you can see all the red dots and the little funnels. These are people coming in and actually utilizing your website. So call them up, contact them, visit local businesses, introduce yourself, leave cards. We have so many businesses around the office. We've got El Paseo, they're just everywhere. Walk in, hand your business card, introduce yourself, and say, I just want to introduce myself to you. And if you ever have anybody come in talking about real estate, I hope you feel comfortable introducing them to me, right? Or, gee, we have these great reports. Would you like to receive one of them? Whatever it is, guys, they're in business too, and they understand. We have business people walking in our front door every single day, promoting themselves, promoting their business. So it's just one of the steps that you can do. Of course, networking events is always a great thing. So the list is whatever it is you need to get out there, meet people, and have relevant daily conversations. Does anybody have anything they want to add to that? Okay, so moving on here, I'm going to talk for a second about listings, or maybe more than a second. So, assuming you've got your step one, you've got all your passive marketing going, and then you go to step two and you advance into your active marketing and you're having these daily conversations, you will get a listing if that's what you're setting out to do. And quite frankly, guys, that's where the money is. You are going to be less crazy if you go straight for the listings because it's tough working just with buyers right now. It is really tough. Some agents say, well, I'm not a listing agent. Well, you know what? Absolutely become one or get a listing and team with somebody who is. 50% of something's better than 100% of nothing, right? So whatever you need to do, just get out there and do it. So when you take a listing, your mindset should be that the one listing will turn into 2 or 3 other transactions. That's the goal. You have a listing, your thought process should not be, oh great, I'm going to sell it, I make money and I'll be done. No. You are leveraging that listing into 2 or 3 other transactions, be it maybe other buyers, maybe other sellers. So that's the goal when you get the listing. So I want you to look at them as opportunities. Opportunities for additional listings and sales. And again, it's not just a paycheck for one listing. It really needs to be turned into several paychecks if handled properly. So what can you do when you get that listing? Before the listing goes live on the MLS, I recommend you go right to the VAC. You click on listings and then pre-market listings and add it there. Step number 2, again in the VAC, you're going to click on buy side and then you're going to add the listing. That should be the very first thing that you do when you get your listing. Why? Because it's promoting it throughout Berkshire Hathaway, and that's what's really important. It gives, especially in this market, it gives our agents an opportunity who has a buyer to see if that listing is one that might fit that agent's buyer. So why not? Let's jump on it, help each other get 2 or 3 additional transactions. When the listing goes live on the MLS, this is exciting. So you're going to put it into the MLS within about an hour or so. Your ready promo dashboard's automatically going to generate. Every property at Berkshire Hathaway, every single listing we have has its own single property website. That's what you should be promoting everywhere because it keeps your prospects on your website and off your competitors like Zillow, right? So if I've got a client or I've got somebody coming to me saying, hey, I'm thinking of either listing or selling or whatever, I don't say, well, great, I'll help you. I'll start sending you stuff. And I don't go to the MLS hardly ever for this anymore. Why would I do that? Because that's just from clients' frustration. They don't look on the MLS. They're really going to Zillow. They're really going to realtor.com, Trulia.com. They're going to these other sites. Why? Why do you think they're going to these other sites?
We can't get into that knowledge.
Well, they can't get into the MLS unless we send them something. That's a good point. But it's pretty easy. They're very user friendly, right? Have you tried your own website? Tried your own website, right? If you went in to try to search for property on your own website, which I highly recommend you do, so you understand, it's super easy. It is so easy to search for property that way. And they can narrow it down, but it's all interactive. It's very, very similar to these other sites out there that they're used to using. So the key for that is it pulls them off of Zillow, your competitor, by the way. It pulls them off of Zillow and it keeps them in your CRM. When they go to these other websites, other realtors are being promoted, right? Right down the side, they got a choice of 5 other agents they can go to. Why do you want that? This is a business. You want to keep your clients with you. and show them a product that's going to be value to them. And the website is huge value. So always share your single property websites on social media. Um, Promote your website on absolutely everything. You'll drive traffic right to your website. The more you do, the more leads you're going to get, because they're going to be clicking on the what's my property worth. They're going to be clicking on these various places, and you're going to get notified saying, hey, John Smith is looking for a property, or maybe he just clicked on the value of his home. You may want to reach out. And now you know, I just got this lead and I'm going to jump out and do this. So your Ready Promo dashboard is really a cool thing. I'm going to show it to you in a second. But again, this is where you should start when you're going to promote your listing. So right there, you can order your just listed postcard. You can create your post for social media. You can generate a property flyer. You can create your neighborhood report for your sellers and create your seller report. So I'm going to talk about that real quick before I go on. You have a listing. The sellers are told, I'm going to market and advertise your home here, here, here. We're going to put it everywhere, right? Which all agents do. What these allow you to do is really show the results of what you're doing. So the neighborhood report is wonderful. They need to see what else is being listed and sold in their neighborhood, right? Especially if maybe the price is a little bit too high. You know it, everybody knows it, but the sellers say, nope, this is the price I want. When they see these homes hitting the market that may be even more upgraded or more remodeled, bigger house, bigger lot, whatever it may be, they're going to start thinking about, wow, especially when these other homes are now going into escrow and closing escrow, and there's a sitting there. It helps you paint a picture of what's going on in that development. So the neighborhood reports, if you've got a listing and your seller is not on the neighborhood report, after this meeting, make sure you log in and get your sellers on the neighborhood reports. Sellers report, totally different report, but extremely beneficial, because when the listing hits the MLS, several things happen. One is an AdWorks ad, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, but it's being promoted everywhere. And what that seller report will do is it's just about numbers. It'll say, this is how many times somebody has viewed your property, and this is where everything's coming from. It'll show your website for leads. It'll show Facebook. It'll show Zillow, where people are coming from to drive traffic to your property. And it's a great report because, you know, my goodness, if you have 2,000 views on a home and you're not getting showings, or you're getting showings, but maybe you're not getting offers, that's going to tell the seller something, right? It's not your lack of promotion. It's not your lack of marketing, because there's the numbers. The numbers speak for themselves. Your property has gone out to everybody. So it really helps bring them down to, this is what's going on in the market, and it will help you sell it, I promise you. And of course, AdWorks is going to start automatically for 7 days. Look for your emails. Please look for your emails when you get listings, because you're going to get an email from AdWorks saying your AdWorks is completed. Click here to add your seller's email address. Just confirm your seller's email address is in there. It's super important, because when your seller gets that email saying, here's the ad of your home, do you think the seller is going to click on it? Yes, I think so, don't you? You guys with me here? One grunt, yes? Thank you. So if I got my house listed and I get this email from my agent saying, here's your ad, I'm going to click on it. As soon as I click on it, it drops cookies in their computer. Now, every time they're on their computer, they're going to see their home advertised, right? That's what everybody else is going to see too. And you can let your clients know, this is going out everywhere in this area. Every time people click on their computer, if they're looking at, moving ads, if they're looking at various real estate things, this will drop it into their cookies, and now you're being seen and the house is being seen absolutely everywhere. And then every day, AdWorks will send a report saying, here's how many views this AdWorks ad has generated. And it's an incredible tool, and I got to tell you, sellers absolutely love it. So with that said, make sure I stay here on time. I don't know what time it is. There it is. Okay. With that said, let me go back here for a second. Get out of there and go right here to your VAC. And I'm now in the VAC, pardon me, as an agent. And I'm just going to show you a couple things. One thing, and I've showed many of you this already, but let me find my contact name, Gina, my sample contact. Find Gina and Gina sample. See those funnels? Those came right in from the website. Okay, including me when I tested it. Okay, so when you have a contact in here and you click on the name, all their information, of course, you can put whatever information you want. This is just a sample for me to show you. It'll say what campaigns they're on. I have this on a birthday campaign, the newsletter, and the holiday campaign. You might have other campaigns that you want to set somebody else on. So that's where it is. Recent website activity. If you've got them on a marketing report, it'll show which one's here. I don't have this person on a report, but maybe if I talk to this person and Gina says, put me on a neighborhood report, I can just go right here and click on neighborhood report or a market report. Remember, market reports are just stats, and it's monthly or quarterly by zip code. So a lot of people will just, if they're not planning on doing anything, maybe they just want to see a market report once a quarter. Keep them up to date on what's going on in the market. So if they say, well, I just moved in, I don't need to know all these reports, not a problem. You might want to just keep them on your newsletter, but do something to stay in front of these people every single month. Down here, in the contact notes section, put the important information that you want to remember. Their family names, their pet names, their, what they're looking for, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, on a golf course, in Indian Wells, whatever it is that you want to be reminded of, keep that right there. And then right here is the log. Every time you talk to this contact, you can put a little note in by clicking new and then typing had a relevant conversation, ... whatever the conversation was, and save and close. And now it's on the list. And I've got to tell you, I've been using this since it came out for many things, including some of my coachings with you, some of my recruiting calls. It is more helpful than I even imagined, because there's things that, you will talk to with someone and absolutely forget 6 months down the road. So being able to go back and see this, it refreshes your memory like nobody's business. So that's a really great feature. And then maybe I had a conversation and this client said, hey, can you just call me back in another month? Absolutely. I'm going to come right down here to tasks. I'm going to schedule a task, and it'll say, check in with Gina. The name is already here. Everything's done. So now I just hit save and close, and it's generated a task. If I set an appointment, I can just set the appointment right here. Listing, presentation, and everything is already in there. But the end time is going to be 8/3 at, let's go, 10:59. There we go. And save and close. And now I've got a calendar event that will be on my calendar too. So it really works well. Let me move this out of the way real quick. I'm going to close that. And see this bell up here? That's the reminders. So if you have a bell in your top corner of your VAC, click on it. That daily report you get emailed to you, I love that report because all my tasks are laid out for me for the day. I can open it up and say, oh, okay, I've got to call these people today. Done. My stress is gone. Okay. I no longer have to try to remember 14 different things over the hour because I'm putting it all right here. Okay. So that, I mean, get your contacts. It's a super great way to really stay on top and have a beautiful system. I want to show you really quick the Ready Promo dashboard. And again, the listings, the pre-listings that we talked about. So when you first get a listing, before it's on the MLS, you're going to go right here to listings. You're going to go to pre-market listings. And you want to be able to add your pre-market listing right here. You just click on new. You fill out, what's in red is mandatory, but everything else, you just fill out whatever you want to fill out and then hit save and close. And then the second place is buy side, which is right here. And you're going to click on buy side. And we're going to add a listing right there and do the same thing. You'll just fill out the prompts and you're ready to go. So, and then when you get it on the MLS, so if you can see the whole process, you've got your passive marketing, you've got your active marketing, you get a listing, you put it on pre-listing, you put it on buy side, now you put it on the MLS when it's time to put it on the MLS, and under marketing, your Ready Promo dashboard will be generated. You will get an email when this has been done saying your Ready Promo dashboard has been created, and you can go right to it. And over here, I want to bring you over here to the drop down. And those are all the things that you can do immediately once the promo dashboard has been set. You can order postcards from Express, order them from Deluxe. You can boost it with HomeSpotter, you know, because AdWorks has it the first week. You know, you can wait a week or 2 weeks or whatever. When you need specialized boosting on social media, this is a great avenue. You want to create a post. Let me show you how easy it is to create a post. If I click on create a post for social media and click on view, there it is. It doesn't get any easier than this, you guys. It does not get any easier. All I do now is hit share on Facebook and the single property website is there. If they click on it, it's phenomenal because it will have everything. It has the marketing details, it has demographics, it has a mortgage calculator, it has area information, school information, whatever they need is right there. So it's a super awesome tool to be using. How do I get out of here? There we go. And let me close this. And so create a neighborhood report. I could set the seller up right now, create a seller report. I mean, it's literally one step to create a seller report. I'm going to click on view. I'm going to just name it. I'm going to put my contact, the seller in there, and I'm going to hit save. That's how easy it is to do a seller report. And then of course, visual tour, photo slideshow, view the listing on your website, company website. This is the single property website. This is what it looks like when somebody clicks on it. Right here, beautiful screen, but property details, the map, and I'm interested, they can go, but look at right here, you've got demographics, schools nearby. So really all the information that they need is right at their fingertips. So it's a super awesome tool. And then flyers, it could not be easier to generate a flyer. And I know many of you are saying, oh, I'm doing an open house, I have to have a flyer. Where can I go? And you're going to all these different places and you can make some cool flyers. And if you have time, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you just go right here to create property flyer and click on view, here's your flyer already done for you. And you can edit it right on the screen. Like if I wanted to change something or, you know, if I didn't like this sentence, I could just take that out. I can change anything up here. I can, if I don't like these pictures, I say, well, I don't want to use that picture. I want to use another picture, right? I can just flip through the pictures, and lo and behold, I can choose whatever picture I choose to on any of these, and then I'm just going to hit save and print, or I can just email the PDF. So it took me what, a minute to do that. So everything, Mark Stark, you guys, I don't know if you realize this. He invests really over $1,000 per month per agent for this system. That's why we want you to sell, just in case you weren't you weren't sure about that. We got money invested in you, so we need to help you sell. That's the main thing. I want to help you build your business. Mark Stark is a genius at building businesses. Take advantage of what is here and what you have right at your fingertips to promote you, to promote your business. There's so many things that are out there that, you know, from companies wanting you to spend your money. Oh, here, you know, spend, give me your money, and you'll get all these leads. You know what? That's fine if your business is there. Those leads are, you know, I'm telling you, a lot of them are still 2 years out because they're just checking and they go into the lead source. And anybody who's ever had online leads know they're not all ready to go and buy and sell right now. You have to incubate. So even those people, I have to go into a CRM, get them into a drip system because they're on Zillow. They're going to go find somebody else too. So it's the business is the business, and it's a people business. And the market, if you set your foundation to build a solid business where you've got your CRM, you've got your lead generating systems in place, you've got your marketing in place, you've got everything ready to go, you've got your listing presentation boxes on your bookshelf, you've got your links saved in an email so you can just send it at, you know, on a moment's notice. You're doing business. No matter what the market is doing, you will have business, right? Yes, it's been crazy over this last year, but some agents have had their best year ever. Why? Because it was set up as a business. They're working it every single day. And one of the mistakes that we make so many times is, well, if I get something, I get something, and I sell it, yeah, I made some money, I don't have to work for the next few months. If that's your goal, that's your goal. But I got to tell you, that's not a business goal. That's not running a business. And if you're in it to make money, it really does need to be treated as such. Schedule yourself some hours. I know a lot of us have more than one job. Schedule your real estate business, have scheduled hours because that's really important. So I hope maybe you picked up one thing that you didn't really know about before today's meeting. If you're a seasoned agent, maybe you were reminded about something you should be doing if you're not doing it. So let me go right here to the next slide here. A couple other things to think about. Let's look at what's going on in the desert right now. Another thing you want to be really good at is looking at the numbers, knowing what's happening. This is all of the desert, okay? I took all of the Coachella Valley, and this is the number from Trend Graphics. And you can see the light is the for sales, the green are the solds, and the red is pending. And right here, we're bouncing. Numbers are a little bit down. This is as of June. We don't have the July numbers yet. But as of the end of June here, we're looking at, there were 738 homes on the market, a little down from May, but you know, May was a tiny bit up from April. So they're kind of hovering right here. But last year was COVID. So it's going to be kind of hard to predict what's going on. But historically, if you go back even 5 years, you're going to see every single August, right around here, it's right at about the low point, and with the exception of last year, because it was COVID and it was a different time, every single year, these numbers start popping up. September, October, November, you're going to see listings at a steady stream going up, right? This year, because, and let me just touch back. Some of you saw Market Watch, some of you did not, but what we learned on Market Watch was there were about 2,000 people that said, I want to list my home, but I'm waiting for COVID to end. I don't want to sell my house and have all these people walking in and out. I just want to wait until it's done, and then we'll do that. So in addition to the normal inventory that we get every year, we have that extra surplus of those 2,000 homes that did not hit the market because of COVID. So there will be more inventory toward the end of the year. That is why I'm going over all the marketing, the getting yourself in front of people so hard right now, because if you're not doing it right now, you will not be top of mind when that inventory starts hitting the market. So I'm just encouraging you right now to get out there, get your business ready to go. So as these listings start coming back, you're the one that they're going to call for those listing appointments. Another thing I want you to look at, and we're talking about this, market is already starting to shift. You're providing weekly reports to your sellers. That's going to help you get the price if it's not priced right. You know, be honest with the sellers. Let them know what buyers are doing. Sometimes I hear agents say, oh my gosh, yeah, listed, I can get you so much money for your house. Don't put it like that, because what happens now when the buyers have dug their heels in and you're sitting there with egg on your face? I have had sellers come to me saying, you know, this agent told me they'd have it sold in 5 days. I'm here a month later and it's not sold. It's really hard to say, well, the agent shouldn't have said that, but be careful. Don't overpromise. Never overpromise. Never promise something you don't have control over, right? You only want to promise that which you have control over, and you do not have control over the buyers unless you're going to buy that property yourself. So, and that's another story. But let's talk about price for a second. Let me move Ellen there. Okay, so look at price is neutral in the desert, price per square foot. So what does that mean? It means in the June 2021 average sold price per square foot of $347 was down 1.7% from $353 last month. Of course, it's up 25% from 2020, right? Because we know all the prices went up. But if you have sellers saying, gosh, my home is still going up, again, depending on the development, because there's some differences in each development, you can say, well, wait a minute, we got a little low here, right? Is more inventory hits the market, things are going to neutralize. And we're seeing that they're already starting to neutralize. And that's a really good thing, because it allows more buyers to actually buy a home. Pricing, it's not living out here. Gosh, our pricing has gone up so dramatically over the last year. It's a good thing to have it settle down for a while. I mean, it's a healthy thing. So I just wanted to let you know. Hello, Greer. I just wanted to let you know, here, go look. Here's what you can share with your clients. This is what's going on in the market. I'm happy to talk to you about what you can do. If you're wondering, well, I don't know, I still want ideas. I went to, this is a picture of the VAC. I went to the document center. And in the document center, and I didn't hit all the drop downs, but there's so many drop down things, advertising opportunities, Apex marketing materials, from flyers to videos that you can share. Our brand videos are always wonderful to share. Oops, back. Here we go. Flyers, letterhead. Our letterhead is right here. So just go in, make it personalized with your name and address on it, not your home address, office address, please. But get yourself ready. Get yourself out there. There's lots of ways of doing it. And of course, marketing department is brilliant. So if you are not sure what to do, marketing@bhhscaproperties.com is the email. You can just email them and say, gosh, I'd like to have a one-on-one and just talk about what I'm doing for marketing. They'll actually give you ideas of strategies you can put in place over the next few months. If you want branding, they're your folks. They're your go-to people. They are your right arm for marketing. So Don't hesitate. They're there for you and they're really good at what they do. Every day, don't forget, not every day, every Tuesday, don't forget to tune in to see Mark Stark weekly on Facebook. You can go right through this link or just go to Facebook and then go to Mark Stark Live. As far as calendar for the upcoming training opportunities, that is on the VAC. So you can just click right on the VAC, click on the calendar at the top, and you're ready to go. This is coming up on the 12th of August. It's actually a fundraiser for the Children's Discovery Museum, and it is going to be held at the, oops, get back. There we go. It's going to be held, I think it's, here it is, Kitchen 86 on El Paseo. Yeah. So I'll be going. If you guys want to go, I'd love to go with you. You can meet here at the office and head on over there. 50%, it's free to go, but of course it's a fundraiser. So, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to donate money and all that good stuff. But whatever it is, just have fun. It's part of a YPN event, Young Professionals Network, but it's not necessarily versus age. It's young or young at heart, which is why I'm going. Young at heart. Yes, I am.
We're twins. So
So 50% of the proceeds will benefit the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert. So it's a fun thing to do. Plugs or wants, I'm going to start real quick. I want to say I am going to be reaching out. Many of you, I've already had a chance to sit and talk about what your goals are for the year and what you'd like to accomplish. If I haven't gotten to you yet, I will, but I can tell you what would be really helpful to me is if you want to call, text, or email me and just tell me this is what I'd like to hit by December 31st. I'd like to have 3 more transactions or 5 more transactions or 10 more transactions or a GCI of 50,000 before the end of the year or 100, whatever it is. Send it to me. And then if you're not sure how to get there, we're going to work our way through and we can work it backwards, monthly, daily activities that you can be doing that will help you achieve that goal. So I'd love to have that. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me and we'll sit down and start working on it. So any other plugs or wants? Let me actually stop sharing my screen
Hey
here.
Gina, it's George Rigaro. How are you?
Hi, George.
Hey, well, we talked about this with inventory and things opening up. I just wanted to put it out there that I'm available. If anybody needs help with an open house, give me a call. Be happy to help. I'm able and willing. I'll put my contact information in the chat box.
Oh, good idea. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other plugs or wants? Okay. Well, then, not hearing anything, I want to thank all of you for being here. Happy August. Let's make this your best month of the year. It is possible. I want you to know that. Everything, there's such great things going on out there. So let's be engaged, get out there, meet some people, talk to some people, and let me know how I can help because I really want to help you do. If it's a time issue, because I know I've talked to a few seasoned agents and you've got so much on your plate. If that's the case and you're thinking, well, I have not been able to build my CRM or start working on it because 5 minutes, let's spend 5 minutes together. We'll talk about a few ideas that we can do to actually help you get it done because I know it's crazy and I don't want you to stop, of course, and you don't want you to stop taking your time doing your listings and sales. Keep doing that. We will figure out how to get in there and help you get everything uploaded and set up so we can just get it done for you. So let me know whatever your needs are. I want to help you get it done so you hit your goals. We're already in August, September, October, November, December, 4 more months. Really 3 more months because if you're not in escrow by November, it's not going to close in December, more or less. So just a few more months to do it. Let's run hard. I'm ready to run with you and have a wonderful day. So thank you. I appreciate you guys being here.
Thanks, Gina. Take care.
Thank you. Where do I?
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much.